Walk into Alex's apartment and you'll see the signs of someone quietly building wealth. A simple couch, a slow cooker with leftovers in it, a laptop that he barely notices, and a calendar stuck on the fridge reminding him to invest 10% of his income every month. Step into Jordan's apartment, though, and you see the opposite. A brand new espresso machine still in its box, packages stacked up from Amazon deliveries, a luxury car with a $780 monthly payment, and a sense of financial stress that permeates the space even when nothing major is happening. Same city, same jobs, nearly identical salaries, yet Alex has $420,000 invested at 35, while Jordan has just $15,000 and a growing pile of debt. This isn't luck, income, or timing. It's the tiny, almost invisible choices repeated consistently over years. Alex automates savings, so his brain never has to debate spending versus saving, drives a paid-off modest car that doesn't drain his budget, cooks most meals at home instead of eating out, buys a house smaller than the bank says he can afford to free up cash, tracks every dollar to understand exactly where money goes, invests raises immediately before lifestyle can adapt, sticks to boring low-cost index funds like VTI or VO, maintains an emergency fund for peace of mind, ignores flashy financial opportunities pitched by friends, influencers, or social media, and waits 72 hours before making any major purchase. Every one of these habits seems unglamorous in isolation, but over decades, they compound like a snowball, turning discipline into hundreds of thousands, sometimes millions, while Jordan optimizes for momentary satisfaction and ends up further behind each year. You may think saving $20,000 or $50,000 is the hard part, but the real challenge is keeping that money from being incinerated in impulse purchases, lifestyle inflation, or debt. Think about it. Someone saves $20,000 over 3 years and then spends $4,000 on a vacation to treat themselves or upgrades to a car that costs $400 more a month, effectively undoing years of progress. The most important decisions happen in the months and years after reaching a milestone, and the people who succeed in building wealth understand that time and patience are their allies, not fancy investments or secret tips. Automating savings removes the need for willpower because the human brain is wired to prefer certainty and instant gratification. Without automation, you're asking your brain to choose between something real today and something abstract in 30 years, and almost every time, the present wins. Historical examples like Grace Groner, who turned 3 shares of stock into $7.2 million through decades of reinvestment and boring consistency, or Ronald, a janitor who quietly built $8 million while living frugally, show that extraordinary results don't require genius. They require discipline, patience, and repetition. Even something as simple as driving a paid-off used car instead of a flashy new one can make a difference of over $1 million when compounded over decades. Cooking at home instead of ordering out 4 nights a week may seem mundane, but over 25 years at 10% returns, it can add $600,000 to your investments. Buying a house smaller than what the bank will approve may feel restrictive at first, but the margin it creates allows for investments, flexibility, and freedom to absorb shocks without crises. Tracking every dollar is another habit most people ignore. And yet, not knowing where your money is going leads to wasted opportunities, unnoticed subscription fees, and small leaks that compound into major losses over time. Investing raises before your lifestyle catches up exploits a psychological trick. By increasing contributions before you feel wealthier, you prevent hedonic adaptation from consuming the gains, turning a modest raise into hundreds of thousands over a career. Choosing low-cost index funds and then doing nothing, letting the market do the heavy lifting, is statistically the strategy that beats almost every active trader or stock picker over decades, because research consistently shows that trying to outsmart the market costs more than it earns. Maintaining a robust emergency fund ensures that life's inevitable surprises, car repairs, medical bills, or job disruptions, don't derail your progress or force high-interest debt, which can undo years of saving. Ignoring flashy opportunities like crypto hype, MLMs, or hot stock tips is another habit that looks boring, but protects wealth because humans overweigh low probability, high reward outcomes, and social media amplifies this bias, making rare winners seem common and the 99% of losers invisible. Finally, waiting 72 hours before making major purchases helps cut impulsive spending, which otherwise quietly erodes savings. These habits aren't about restriction or deprivation. They're about creating margin, freedom, and the ability to absorb life's shocks without crises. Every automatic transfer, every